Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. Today's programming was provided from funding from the Crane Room Grill and Banquet Center, 3009 Wilmington Road. A special thanks to the Crane Room for their participation. Today's program was furnished by a grant from the Beanery Depot and Deli, featuring coffee, made-to-order subs, and snacks. The Beanery Depot and Deli in Mahoningtown. Thanks to Arlington Market, 726 Arlington Avenue, Newcastle, PA. Groceries, lunch meat, fresh cut meats, produce. It's Arlington Market who provided funding for this program. Hello and a very pleasant good evening to the Lawrence County Band Festival. Yes, folks, NCTV45 and their coverage of the Band Festival.
Jesse Croach alongside of Mr. Jim McKim, recently retired from the Mohawk School District after 36 years. Welcome back, Jim. And everyone, welcome to the 36th Annual Lawrence County Marching Band Festival, hosted this year by the Mohawk Area Warrior Marching Band here at Mohawk Stadium and sponsored by Brighton Music Center. Tonight, we hope you will appreciate the efforts and dedication of the students in Lawrence County who participate in music programs in marching bands and auxiliary units from the county's school districts. There will be a 50-50 raffle, so there'll be tickets available all evening. There is a concession stand at the end of the field that will also be open all evening. Will you now please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, played by the Mohawk Area Marching Band. And please remain standing for the Mohawks' alma mater. Mohawk Warrior Marching Band.
Today's program furnished by funding from Bill's Bake Shop, where smiles are everywhere. This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine. Special thanks to Butts, Flowers, Gifts, and More in downtown Newcastle for their support and funding of this program. Butts Flowers, downtown Newcastle. Now
This
taking
group
the
is under
field.
the direction of Mr. Nick Yoho and Mr. John Onufrak. Their announcers will be Jerry Anzona and Darren Selzano.
The Newcastle Area School District Marching Band, the pride of Newcastle. They're the first band up. Let's take a look and listen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And now, your Newcastle Red Hurricane Marching Band. The band is directed by Mr. Nick Yoho and assisted by Mr. John Onufrak. Drum majors are Sarah O'Loughlin and Cassandra Moss. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, we will present a show filled with music that has topped the Billboard charts. We would like to start with a song that was written and performed by Billy Idol. We will now kick off our show with Rebel Yell. Up next is a song recorded by American alternative rock band Walk the Moon. We hope you enjoy the hit single Shut Up and Dance. duo Sam and Dave. We will now feature our candy canes to Hold On, I'm Coming.
Programming provided through funding from Daimio and Olson Law Group, with offices in Elwood City and in Newcastle in the Washington Center. Daimio and Olson Law Group. This program furnished by a grant from Ferrone Brothers. 2 locations, Newcastle on Mill Street and Wilmington Road in Newcastle. Today's programming was provided from funding from
For all the numbers in life, talk to State Farm agent Michael Joseph in Newcastle. State Farm is there.
This has been the Shenango
Please welcome
Lancer.
the 2015 Shenango Lancer Marching Band. The band is under direction of Miss Kimberly Heim. Assistant Director is Jake Morochek. Lancerette Advisor is Mr. Gina Manis, assisted by Mrs. Lori DiMatteo. Lancerette Seniors are Laura Gallo and Rachel Siemens. Leadership Council members are Victoria Manikis, Julianne Urban, Brandon Acosta, Harley List, Cody Cazella, Claire Benson, Kevin Dugan, Tyler Crease, and Hannah Harkart. The band is led on the field by drum major Abby Senator. Our opening number was first released on January 5th, 2015 and debuted as number 77 in the U.S. and number 70 in the UK. We invite you to clap along as the Lancer Band performs Fall Out Boy's Irresistible.
This program furnished by a grant from Keystone Specialty, Newcastle's party store on Mill Street in Newcastle. Today's program furnished by funding from Gallows Italian Villa, Wilmington Road, Newcastle. Today's programming furnished by a grant from Chalala and Carney Florist on Mill Street in Newcastle. A special thanks to Paul D. Weller Hardware in Mahoningtown for providing funding for this program.
This is the 2015 edition of the Laurel Spartan Marching Band. Our field directors are Dakota Carson and Chris Young. We start off tonight's performance with classic songs from the 70s and bring it all together with the Glory Days. Our program begins with a #1 hit in 1977 from the iconic movie Rocky, featuring our flag line, "We are gonna fly now." Chicago. This song was released in 1970 and has been featured in many television shows and TV movies. We are highlighting our dance line in 25 or 6 to 4.
Today's program was paid for by a grant from Pegley's Pasta and More, East Washington Street in Newcastle. Funding provided by Main Street Clothiers and Tailors, Washington Street, Newcastle. Today's programming was provided through funding from DiCaprio Cleaners. DiCaprio Cleaners in Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Shenango Wildcat Marching Band opens its 2015 show this evening with a tune that reached #1 on the Billboard Rock Charts in 2012. From the band Shinedown, here is Bully. Auxiliary and Senior Valerie Weinshank with a 3-baton solo to a hit from November 2014 that spent 14 consecutive weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. From collaborators Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars, we hope you enjoy Uptown Funk.
This program provided by funding from Joshua Sun Rehabilitation, Wilmington Road, Newcastle. Today's program furnished from a grant from All in a Nutshell, 102 and 107 North Mercer Street in Newcastle. Even if you can't imagine it, we can create it to satisfy and fascinate you. All in a nutshell. Special thanks to Little Johnny's 2 downtown, who provided funding for this program.
Union Area High School Scotty Marching Band. They're under the direction of Mr. Mark Godwin. Mrs. Stephanie Shingle will be their announcer this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Union Area High School Scotty Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Mark Godwin. Auxiliary advisors are Ms. Diana Borowski and Ms. Jessica Kosciuszko. Our drum majors are juniors Amanda Cyrus and Rachel Keppel. This evening, the band will perform the music of Queen. We open tonight's show with a medley of Queen hits, including Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You, and another one, Bites the Dust. Performance with another Queen hit set in a swing style. This features each section of the band. Here is Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Special thanks to Mary's Restaurant, Long Avenue, Newcastle, PA, featuring Middle Eastern food. Mary's Restaurant. Today's program was provided through funding from Coney Island downtown in downtown Newcastle, a Newcastle tradition.
Wayward son.
This is the Elwood City area marching down. Okay.
With their rendition of Touch Me.
This program provided by funding from New Horizons Treatment Center, 4 North Mill Street, Washington Center. When the need arises, it's New Horizons Treatment Center. Funding for this program provided by Silk Road Fair Trade Market, New Wilmington. A special thanks to the YMCA for caring about the Lawrence County community and providing funding for this program.
Greyhound Marching Band under the direction of Mr.
Wilmington
Jonathan
area.
Nickel and the field direction of Senior Drum Major Calvin Gailey and Junior Drum Major Eliana Swirlo. We open this evening's performance with a single hit from 2002 by Sheryl Crow. Put on some shades as the band opens with Soak Up the Sun. Here's the unforgettable hit tune, Runaway Baby.
Today's programming was provided from funding from the Crane Room Grill and Banquet Center, 3009 Wilmington Road. A special thanks to the Crane Room for their participation. Today's programming was provided from funding from
For all the neighbors in life, talk to State Farm agent Michael Joseph in Newcastle. State Farm is there.
Today's program furnished by funding from Gallows Italian Villa, Wilmington Road, Newcastle. This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
Festival. The group is under the direction of Mr. Jason Zay. Announcing for the Mohawk High School Warrior Marching Band will be Mr. Matthew Kingman.
Good evening. Please welcome to the field your host for this evening, the 2015 Mohawk Warrior Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Jason Zay and the dance line advisor, Jamie Lynn Mariano. Mohawk's 2015 halftime show is entitled Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Our show includes the following musical selections: I Saw Her Standing There, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Love Runs Out, and You Give Love a Bad Name. Drum Major Mary Thomas. Is the band ready? Sit back, relax, and enjoy Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Westminster College Titan Marching Band.
Introducing the Westminster College Titan Marching Band. Band's under the direction of Dr. Artad Gregg, dance line advisors Crystal Miller, percussion advisor and Westminster College percussion professors Mary P.J. Gatch. Our field commander is Ben Grove. Dance line captains are Lawrence Saccone and Rachel Reed. Color guard captains Krista Kabaka and Joanna Moreno. Along with this evening's guest appearance, you can catch the Titan Marching Band on Saturday, this Saturday, the 26th at South Fayette, 7 p.m., and another guest appearance at West Allegheny on October the 10th. The Titan Band begins their performance this evening with an original opener from the pen of Richard Saucedo. From his three-movement suite entitled Vitruvian Man, we perform the third movement entitled Spirit. Featured on the band's album, The Best of Earth, Wind & Fire, Volume 1. September reached number 1 in the U.S. and R&B charts, and number 8 in the Billboard Hot 100, and number 3 on the UK singles chart. Jay Dawson. One of his many tributes to the amazing music of Cirque du Soleil. We hope that you enjoy the mystique and magic of Incantation. Students, those members of the Titan Marching Band who are from the Lawrence County schools. This year in the band we have from Shenango High School, Matthew Younger and Joshua Thomas. From the Shannock we have Tristan Toka. And from Wilmington High School, Jared Forsythe. To close this evening's performance, the Titan Band takes you back to the 1950s. Turn, Turn, Turn was a song written by Pete Seeger in the late 50s. The lyrics, except for the title which was repeated throughout the song, and the final verse of the song are adapted word for word from chapter 3 of the book of Ecclesiastes, set to music and recorded in 1962. The song was originally released to the title of Everything for Everything There Is a Season by the Lamplighters and Folk Matinee album, and some years later on Seeger's own The Bitter and the Sweet. The song became an international hit in late '65 and was covered by the American folk rock band The Byrds, where it reached #1 on the Hot 100 chart on December 4th. Titan Band as director would like to thank you for your kind attention to our efforts this evening. We'd also especially like to thank Mr. Jason Zay, the Mohawk Band members and boosters, parents for all their hard work and dedication to make this festival a success. We would also like to extend our best wishes to all the bands here tonight, wishing them all the best for the remaining marching season and beyond. Catch the band on September 10th and on September 26th and October 10th. And keep up with the bands on Facebook. Simply type in Westminster Bands to find out about concerts, schedules, visitations, and all of the amazing things that the Titan Bands continue to do. Thank you so much for your attention.
How about another round of applause for our guest band, the Westminster College Titan Marching Band. Many folks have helped to make for a band festival. How about a nice round of applause for the nearly 700 musicians, the auxiliary group from our Lawrence County schools who performed for us tonight. And also, let's give a special thank you to all the Lawrence County band directors who have kept this festival going for the past 36 years. Isn't that great? At this time, we ask that each band director and a representative from each band please come to the 50-yard line to receive a plaque. The participation plaques are being presented by Mr. Richard Scheimer, the owner of Brighton Music Center. The Newcastle High School Red Hurricane Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Nick Yoho and Mr. John Onyefrak. High School Lancer Marching Band under the direction of Ms. Kim Hine. Laurel Spartan Marching Band under direction of Mr. Brian Croach. Shenango High School Wildcat Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Doug Butchie. Union Area High School Scotty Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Mark Godwin.
Lincoln High School Blue Band under the direction of Mr. Lee Caldwell. Wilmington Area Greyhound Marching Band under the direction of Mr. John Nickel. Mohawk High School Warrior Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Jason Zay. And the Westminster College Titan Marching Band under the direction of Dr. Tad Gregg. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for the 2015 Lawrence County Marching Bands.
Bands, if you have not already done so, will you please have your percussionists move up to the front of the bands. And now, for the finale, featuring Lawrence County's finest musicians playing America the Beautiful.
Today's programming provided by Geno's Grocery, Deli, Lottery. Convenient and on your way. Geno's in Mahoningtown. Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
What a great night for a band festival. How about a nice prime round of applause for the nearly 700 musicians, the auxiliary group from our Lawrence County schools who performed for us tonight. And also, let's give a special thank you to all the Lawrence County band directors who have kept this festival going for the past 36 years. Isn't that great? At this time, we ask that each band director and a representative from each band please come to the 50-yard line to receive a plaque. The participation plaques are being presented by Mr. Richard Scheimer, the owner of Brighton Music Center. The Newcastle High School Red Hurricane Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Nick Yoho and Mr. John Onyefrak. The Shenango High School Lancer Marching Band under the direction of Ms. Kim Hine. Laurel Spartan Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Brian Croach. Shenango High School Wildcat Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Doug Butchie. Union Area High School Scotty Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Mark Godwin.
Lincoln High School Blue Band under the direction of Mr. Lee Caldwell. Wilmington Area Greyhound Marching Band under the direction of Mr. John Nickel. Mohawk High School Warrior Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Jason Zay.